Here we are, Friday afternoon, prep time, getting ready for our weekend guests, and we're going to spend a bit of time in the kitchen this afternoon, a bit of time in the garden, and then we can explain what's happening at serving time. So, to start off, in preparation for the weekend, we have some onions caramelizing. And the onions are caramelizing to make a bean dip. And the bean dip is roasted garlic, caramelized onion, and sun-dried tomato cannelli bean dip. So, we're almost ready now to finish off our bean dip and combine all of our ingredients in a food processor. The onions are finished caramelizing, and the sun-dried tomatoes have plumped up with the balsamic vinegar. And first we'll deglaze the pan that the onions were in with the balsamic vinegar sun-dried tomato combination. And we'll make sure we get all the goodness off the bottom of that pan. I'm going to go outside and get the roasted garlic and combine the tomatoes, the onions, and the garlic together in this pan. Okay, we're going to start to prepare the dressing for our coleslaw. And we're starting off with some horseradish and flax oil. That's going to go in. I don't measure very much. This looks like about 3 or 4 tablespoons of both. So far we just have some coarsely cut green cabbage and coarsely cut red cabbage, and some sea salt, and that's been in there for about 15 minutes. It's starting to draw some juices from the cabbage and soften the cabbage. And then we're going to dress the cabbage and let it marinate for about 2.5 hours. Excellent. Right on. So here we go. For our main vegetable tonight, we're going to have roasted parsnips, and when they're finished roasting in the oven, I'm going to throw in some frozen sweet peas just to brighten up the dish. And to season the parsnips, I'm going to go back to my favorite trio of seasonings, and it starts off with just a little bit of what I'm going to call, let's call it a squeeze of tamari. A little squeeze, a kiss of balsamic vinegar, and a great big hug of our backyard maple syrup. And we have a nice hot oven set at 425 degrees. And when we check on all the goodness from the roasting pan with the turkey, I've added a fair amount of water. And just letting that dissolve, have all the solids dissolve into the liquid. And I'm going to strain that off and just mix it with a bit of organic wheat flour. All right, well, traditionally we see folks bringing a turkey to the oven with a big cutting knife, but I tend to roast mine in such a way that I basically pull it apart with tongs. So it's sort of a maple brined pulled turkey, roasted pulled turkey. And so I have large sections just come off all by themselves, and I just pull the meat off. And with that brining, essentially falls right off the bone. And nothing really is attached to the bone at all. However, all the bones are going to become a stock for something a little bit later on this weekend. A little bit slippery. There we are, just pulling all the dark